touchdown first as the number 3 Hawks hosted number 6 Rockridge for the Section 7 4A quarterfinals. And this one started out surprisingly slow for both of these teams. We go scoreless through the first quarter. It's early in the second quarter when Alex Schott escapes some pressure, looks for a man, but decides he's going to take it himself, takes it to the outside about 20 yards into the end zone for a Hawks touchdown. And we'd go a while longer without any more action. It's late in the third quarter when the Hawks have to punt. Rockridge tries to scoop it up, but it hits off his cleat. Hermantown recovers it at the 15. Then 2 plays later, Schott hands it off to Martin Sleen. He'll take a 6-yard trip into the end zone for another Hawks touchdown. H-Town will go up 14-0. They add one more after that to finish with a 21-0 win over Rockridge. They advance to the semis where they will meet number 2 seed Denfeld on Saturday at 2 p.m. And now to the Section 7 3A quarterfinals. Number 3, Two Harbors hosted number 6 Hibbing. And Two Harbors already with a 7-0 lead early in the first when QB Jacob Carpenter airs it out deep right into the breadbasket of senior Isaiah Heidela for the score. Great pass and catch, and it's 14-0 Agates. And Heidela's not only just a receiver out here after forcing a Hibbing 4th down and punt. It's Heidela on the return, makes 3 Blue Jackets miss with a great cut, and then it's all speed right down the sidelines for a 72-yard punt return touchdown. Special teams were absolutely special tonight. Agates go up 20-0. And that trend would continue late in the second quarter, and the handoff goes to junior running back Tate Nelson. Some great blocking in front of him as he shake and bakes down the sideline, cutting upfield and taking it into the pay dirt. Two Harbors defends its home turf with a dominating 51-0 shutout over the Hibbing Blue Jackets. They advance and will head to Pequot Lakes on Saturday. And